Welcome back to Chateaubriant for more bowling action from the Bowling Promotion Cup of 2010. And this week we've got some doubles Baker competition for you. There is a top-seeded team already through, Garraud and Haugen. It's a big day for Garraud, the young man from France, but a little bit more on that later. And it means that the two teams ranked second and third are going to have to find their way through a semi-final if they're going to make the championship game. And Bruno Bidone, more than happy to oblige with a strike. First shot up, the man playing in his own tournament, playing alongside Andreev of Russia. And there's another Russian involved in the other team. This man, Victor Krasavkin, alongside Phil Hulst of the Netherlands. So there'll be a solid team as well. You would have said consistency across Bidone and Andreev may just take it. Krasavkin did have some problems when he bowled singles in this tournament, and problems first ball up. And alongside me, as always, our Eurosport bowling expert, Cass Edwards. We're going to see a different format, a different way of doing things today with the doubles Baker.
Yes, Simon, indeed. The Baker format is alternate frames bowled by alternate bowlers, so each bowler will bowl 5 frames only. We've seen Bruno Bidone stand up and shoot the first strike on the left-hand lane, and the opposition in the shape of lead-off man Victor Krasavkin has had an open frame.
The 41-year-old from Tula in Russia, member of the Russian team for a long time now, and the man who really is behind the development of the Russian Bowling Federation. So has had a lot to do with bringing 10-pin bowling on in that country. And this man, Sergey Andreev, 36 years of age, sports student from Moscow, is one of the leading coaches in Russia. He had a really torrid time in the singles. He was not happy at all when he bowled. His one chance on TV, and he shot an absolute stinker against this man Phil Hulst, who went on to win the tournament and win it in style by beating the PBA player Michael Haugen Jr, who's here at this tournament. Michael Haugen awaiting the winner of this match and playing alongside a complete newcomer to this stage.
Yes, it's slightly interesting how these are paired up. Michael Haugen, PBA superstar and title winner, has been matched up against a young 18-year-old French league bowler who won a qualifying tournament to get into this TV shootout as a sort of a special prize, and he'll be making up the numbers with the PBA star, so that could be slightly interesting for the young man. Gutter, there is exactly the same amount of oil. It doesn't. There's no rises or troughs or anything like that. It's just what we call a flat condition, which means you're going to have to be quite accurate.
Well, he finds his way.
Not quite like that, but managed to get a strike. That's 3 in a row for the opening pair.
Yeah, Bidone found his way into the Brooklyn pocket, the 1-2 pin. But this one a more traditional strike, the 1-3 pocket for the right-hander, Victor Krasavkin. So he's got his feet under the table in this match. That puts a little bit more pressure back on. You can see how this Baker system works now. If the player in front of you makes a good shot, then you've got to come out and deliver. And that was a stylish delivery from Sergey Andreev. And with the pressure off them, playing outside of this singles tournament and in this Baker, players are really trying to throw what they want in terms of their line.
Well, they certainly look a bit more relaxed than they were in the singles. Obviously, they're encouraging one another, and Phil Hulst trying to get some pins on the board for the seeded number 2 team. And shoots a strike in frame number 4.
Well, he gets some serious action on the ball, does Phil Hulst. This one might be quite close. Bidone again finds his way into the pocket on the wrong side of the head pin.
A single pin spare, which is the 5 pin right in the middle of the deck, which nobody should miss. And takes away quite nicely.
Very stylish bowler is Bruno. Just needs to tighten up on that line into the pocket. Now Krasavkin working a strike in terms of what he bowled last time out, but in terms of what his partner bowled as well. So it's to keep the score rocking along nicely.
Yeah, they're working on 2 strikes in a row. This will be the 3rd one. It's just a fraction light in the pocket and leaves the wobbling 7-pin on the left-hand side. Should be a straightforward spare. Unfortunately, not to turn that into Bruno. He's definitely the stylist of these 4 bowlers. He's been around quite a long time. Played on the European tour somewhat. Hasn't had any major successes. But as you can see by his style, he's certainly a reasonably high average player.
Now then, Andreev to get back in, and he does so. And this is a nice contest developing here. Andreev.
Yes, he looked very good in the singles. He took out Michael Haugen 219 to 172 in the final, and looked quite locked in. Overreaction again with that ball.
Somewhat for Bidone and Andreev.
Well, yeah, the thing is they're perfect so far. They've had 4 strikes, a spare and a strike, and that's another open frame, and that won't go down too well. So that's 2 opens for the Phil Hulst and Victor, whereas Bruno and Sergey are still clean. So again, a chance to take advantage. Working on a strike. Bruno would look to make a double here and extend their lead. And they'll certainly be looking on the door of a 200 game.
Looking for a decent delivery here to really open up that lead and that advantage at the halfway point. He's gone Brooklyn again. Ooh, and nearly got another strike.
I don't think with shots like that he deserves to carry the 5-pin. That's 3 times he's crossed the hairpin to the left-hand side.
Advantage is theirs. We'll take a break there. Welcome back to the Bowling Promotion Cup here in Chateaubriant, France. The brainchild of Bruno Bidone, who's actually bowling in this double Baker format. He and Sergey Andreev have a decent advantage. France and Russia versus the Netherlands and Russia. And Victor Krasavkin having the same problem really as he had in his singles encounter. He just isn't finding enough weight into that pocket, and to me, Cass, almost looks like he's running out of steam as the game goes on.
I think he's probably using the wrong equipment for this lane condition. I think a much more aggressive bowling ball, one that hooks a lot more, would do him well.
Best aggregate score will take the title. And at the moment, looks like this man and Bruno Bidone are going to make their way in. Ringing 10 for Sergey.
Yeah, nice looking shot. Single-pin square in the corner and takes that away very nicely. Their lead extends. They are going to make a 200 game. All they've got to do is keep the ball in play.
The year. And from what we've seen from him so far, he clearly has the ability.
Yeah, he's got that deep knee bend in the high backswing, and as you say, he's certainly got the ability to perform well, I'm sure, on European tournaments. A young man who will be a future star, no doubt.
Already a Dutch international, has been for a number of years. No, Cass, invariably they're tall.
They are indeed, yes. All helps with that high backswing and the long follow through. But now it's Bruno Bidone to step up for frame number 9, which is a foundation frame. And let's hope he's going to try and hit the headpin on the right-hand side this time. He's been a little bit inconsistent. The ball's been hooking much too early for him.
44-pin advantage, though, for he and his teammate Andreev. He's gone across there again, but this time didn't make the Brooklyn pocket, actually straight through the head pin. So there was an adjustment from Bruno, but it still wasn't quite enough.
At the same time, he could jump the 3-pin on the left-hand side and bounce it into the 10. Where will it go?
Oh, good try, but that's the first open for Bidone and Andreev. I'm not sure it's going to do them too much damage. Junior just at the right-hand side, gesticulating and pointing and talking to a couple of the bowlers that are watching this one. Too wide with that delivery from Victor Krasavkin, just didn't make its way back again.
Yeah, I'm afraid he's using the wrong equipment. It's just not aggressive enough, and he's left the 2 of the 10 pin. And, rolling over the thumb hole as well, you could hear. Open frame, and it's basically all over because Sergey's now going to step up, and anything near a strike will be good. And
there we go. Does it in style. So it will be Bruno Bidone through to the final of his own tournament alongside Sergey Andreev. Yeah, full marks, because it's not easy to concentrate in those circumstances.
Nice position to be in your own promoted tournament. Lots of pressure with the crowd behind him. Playing for him to do well.
And puts a heck of a lot of pressure onto Willy Garraud, the young man who's won a competition to be at this tournament and has made it through alongside the PBA legend Michael Haugen Jr. But he's going to have to step up to the plate in this final if Bruno and Sergey bowls well, as they have done in this semi-final. Put a decent tally together here. And another strike.
Yeah, great little finish there from Sergey. 3 strikes in a row and a score of 225.
Find that line and stick with it. Phil Hulst gets himself a Brooklyn strike, and I'll tell you what, I've not seen that many Brooklyn strikes for a long time. Not in one game, Cass.
Well, yeah, Bruno's been there for a couple, hasn't he? And Phil's just wandered over there now. The ball is breaking too early. They're using high reactive bowling balls, and as I say, although it's heavy, it's equal across the lane, so they are just too much friction. And they're the sort of adjustments that the bowlers have to make, looking for their break point further down the lane. And that's a much better looking shot. That's the way a strike should be for a right-hander. Right in the 1-3 pocket. Nice bit of rotation. Just turns up nicely and carries all 10.
Such a good adjustment, so convincingly as well. But I'm afraid it's all to no avail. It will be Bruno Bidone and Sergey Andreev through to the final to meet Willy Garraud and PBA legend Michael Haugen Jr. They'll be in action after the break. Stay with us.